Well, we're here now. It is almost 2025. It is almost not 2024 anymore. And we still don't have Playboi Carti's new album, I Am Music. Obviously, this is not a video that any of us wanted to, well, for one side, make or watch. But we're here now. There is only a very slight possibility and chance and hope, for all matter, left that he could drop this tomorrow on December 31st. So on literally the last possible chance that he would have to drop this in 2024. But today we'll go over what the possibilities are, because people are already projecting a worst case scenario of March 14th, 2025. But today we'll go into all of that. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So obviously the last video that I made, we were still pretty hopeful that 2024 would be the release year of Playboi Carti, just accumulating all of the evidence that we had for this thing still dropping. We've had the merch that was being shipped. We thought that that could be an indicator that something was coming. I mean, if I take a look at all this, we had a story from DJ Academics. We've had all of the songs previewed at Rolling Loud Miami. We also then thought maybe he didn't drop on the 20th because SZA dropped her deluxe that day. So the 27th would be the perfect time for him to drop. It would be a Friday, the last Friday in 2024, but obviously that didn't happen. And now it is December 30th, and tomorrow is the last day of the year. So people still have that little bit of hope that he drops on the 31st, which honestly, at this point, I don't see that anymore. For that, it's just gotten way too quiet over the past couple of days, ever since Rolling Loud Miami, basically. We had like a peak in hype. We had a peak in him being public about it, speaking about it, about this thing dropping, that then just completely dropped, and he made no effort to ride that wave whatsoever. Now, maybe if you remember, under the post for Play This on the Opium account, he pinned a comment that read, "Realized a few years back we just go through test phases with Carti. Spends about 2 to 3 years testing sounds through quote-unquote leaks," which he himself publishes, then lands somewhere in the middle of it all. "The wait used to piss me off, but you can't rush art." And he pinned this. As I said, this was acknowledged by him and pinned so people could see this. So he wanted people to see this. Is this just another phase now? Did we go through all of this, just shared pain just to not get it in the end? Is that really how it all ends now? It would be very sad, because, I mean, we talked about Carti for such a long time, and I was somebody that at some point was sick of it and I didn't entertain it anymore. And then around, from September to December now of this year, I was like, okay, he can't keep doing this forever. He gotta drop at some point. Now might be the time that the rollout is actually picking up again and we're actually getting this album. But now that just doesn't seem the case anymore. I just don't know what to think of it. People are already projecting a lot of worst case scenarios now if it doesn't drop on the 31st, which I think is very, very unlikely. We've gotten, different hints at this thing in its worst case dropping at latest on March 12th, because if you take a look at the shipping dates of the shop of the digital albums and the merch and the vinyls, you can see that it says album release date to be announced. That's funny. And it says a digital album will be available near the release date, no later than 6 months from September 12th, 2024. And 6 months after September 12th, 2024 would be March 12th, 2024. And interestingly enough, there is a Friday around that time, which is March 14th of 2025. So that could be a release date. And also connected to that, we also have Rolling Loud California happening March 14th to 16th. So exactly that weekend. We know how central Rolling Loud is to Playboi Carti. We know how central Playboi Carti is to Rolling Loud. And they were teasing I Am Music at Rolling Loud Miami, saying the first time ever live. So it could very much be the case that this thing is dropping in March, and he's using Rolling Loud California to promote it and play it for the first time live. In that case, he would not have lied on his website about the shipping date. And, it was all along 2024. He said 2024, he dropped a song 2024, it was all music 2024. On the vinyls on his website, we could read on the imprint on the vinyls, 2024 trademark. So that was another hint that people were like, okay, it's gotta drop this year. It is kind of like ingrained in the vinyls, but it's just not happening. One more thing that people have been saying, this might kind of like connect to this, is that there is a debate going on over the past 24 hours about people speculating that Playboi Carti's vocals on Timeless, on the Weeknd song, also on his other song with the Weeknd, So Lose You, that those could be AI. And this is something that we never thought of when this was happening, but over the past 24 hours, we've had videos that are reporting on this, that are kind of like proving that this was AI, are now getting taken down from YouTube because of copyright claims. And this is a pretty weird situation going on. It's pretty suspicious. People have been saying this is the reason why Playboi Carti didn't release, that he was having this legal trouble, or that his team had to take care of people spreading either false news or spreading news that they didn't want to come out. I don't know which side I'm on. I never suspected that Timeless would have been AI. Let me know what you think about this. But this is one thing. It still doesn't take away from this entire debate that Carti just doesn't come through on the dates that he promises, which is very sad, to be honest. But this is what's been happening. We have one more chance of December 31st coming up tomorrow until midnight. I doubt it. And then we have this theory of March 14th, which would still be in time, in legal matter time, for his shipping date, dues on his website, and would then also coincide with Rolling Loud California, which we know is pretty important to him. So that is one theory. But at this point, I'm also pretty lost because, I spent a lot of time covering this, and I was sick of it. And then I started picking this up again late 2024 now, because I thought, now it's actually time. And then we're in this phase again of him just testing stuff and starting random rollouts. So at this point, even more hope is lost than I think over all of the entire year. But let me know what you think about all of this, and when do you think that I Am Music is actually dropping, in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.